Well, here we are once again. A while ago I made a video on Winchester Model 64. Actually, I can't remember the title of the video. It was something like, what's the most elegant lever action? And there was a lot of reaction to it, and I always like reading your comments and critiques. It's good to get other people's opinions. And out of all of your opinions, I decided probably the best thing to do, especially in respect of the people that own Marlins, is get a hold of a Marlin, and then everybody can see the guns together on the table. So that's what I've done today. And I've got the Model 64. This one appeared in that other video. I think I said this is probably the most elegant of the classic lever actions. And you can see the top ejection, nothing new there. It's quite familiar to everybody, I'm sure. The 64 does have this sort of vestigial pistol grip stock instead of the straight grip stock, the low comb for iron sights, and everything else about it I'm sure you're quite familiar with. The gun that I have not put on a video yet is the 336A. Now, I probably should have taken these tally rings off before filming, but they happen to be there. I just had these on the workbench, and they're for the Marlin, so I thought I'll put them on. And you can see the Marlin is let's say a bigger gun. The action is deeper, and then one of the things some people who wrote were commenting on was this lobe for the pin, for the lever action, pivot pin point. And I'll set the guns down here. It's probably most useful if you can see them together. And a lot of people say the Winchester is more graceful, and that I guess that's probably because John Browning figured out how to get the lever to pivot inside on this collapsing component. I'm not sure what this piece is called. Anyway, that's what locks the action there, so you can see that. Marlin used the external pivot point for the lever, so the action, if this were not here, probably wouldn't be too far different from the Winchester. But anyway, it is there, and the loading gate, the bolt. Now, this is actually a nice feature. To eject from the side, I think, is a good thing. It allows you to put the scope on the top, which can be accomplished on the Winchester as well, but not as easily. The newer models are angle eject models, as most of you know, in the Winchester 94. So it's a little bit easier to put a scope on them, but it's still not as easy as on the Marlin 336. This is a 336A, so we've got the curved lever, pistol grip. This has a Monte Carlo comb, so this looks a little heavier than it needs to. This doesn't have to be here, and I'm sure that they had a model. In fact, I owned one. Actually, I owned one that had a Monte Carlo comb and no pistol grip. I like those, but it was a 444. This is a 3030. And where Winchester went for the kind of a semi-beaver tail forend, very slender, and the half or three-quarter magazine, the Marlin's quite similar. Barrel length is about the same. So altogether, the guns are probably comparable. And I guess what happened is, when I made the first video, the Marlin owners felt that their rifle was the superior one. And I don't think I or anyone can argue which one is superior. These are both fantastic and legendary firearms. But I do think that there probably is a case that this is maybe the sleeker rifle, and this loading port here, of course, maybe it would be a good thing if there was one here, or one was possible. But since it's not there, the receiver is just so shallow, and these Winchesters are so easy to grab and operate. You know, in some ways it's funny because it's hard to put a scope on them. the sleekness of the rifle is retained. And as I've mentioned a few times, I've never noticed that much of a disadvantage with iron sights, even out to 200 yards. But scopes are a good thing. I can't say that they're bad. I just show you the other sides of the receivers. And Marlin went for this kind of bulkier forend. It would be easy, and maybe there is a model that has a trimmer design. But I think most people would probably agree the Winchester somehow comes together a little bit better. The lever on the Marlin doesn't really hug the stock. No, actually it doesn't on the Winchester either. Sights, you got a flip up sight here, and you've got a conventional Winchester sight with the ladder there. The front sights are actually quite comparable. Not much to say there. So a very simple video, just like I said, out of respect for all the Marlin owners and people that have different opinions. You can see them on the table, and maybe we'll do a top view. So that's what the Winchester looks like from the top. And there's the Remington. Sorry, not the Remington, the Marlin. I always found the Winchester easier to just handle. I don't know. There's something about the Winchester. It just is a very convenient gun, and I think that's why. I don't know how many have been sold by now, but it's millions. And as far as repairs and everything else that comes to mind, I think these guns are both fantastic. You probably couldn't find better and more reliable firearms than either one of these. So it's a matter of choice, but I thought I should show them to you. And so that is it. A very simple video. Thanks a lot for watching. And oh, I forgot to tell you, this is a Mossberg Palomino. It's Rimfire 22, and we'll do a quick video on that. Some people mentioned it to me, and I found one, and they were right. It's a fine little 22. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching.